In the heart of Tampa, where the rivers flow, underneath the bright lights, we gather, we glow. With the sound of the crowd, cheers echo and rise. The lightning strikes again, bringing fire to the skies. Players on the ice, skating with pride, a legacy of heroes, we stand side by side. Lightning strikes again, feel the energy burst. From the first drop of the puck, we know we're immersed. And we are the champions, together we'll fight. With every single goal, we reach for the light. We want the cup, we'll never back down. Lightning in our hearts, we're Tampa Bay bound. Through the highs and the lows, we've danced in the rain. With every heartbeat, we rise up again. The echoes of victory, stories to tell. In the streets of the city, you can hear the bells. Nostalgia surrounds us, we remember each play. With history in making, we pave our own way. Lightning strikes again, feel the energy burst. From the first drop of the puck, we know we're immersed. We are the champions, together we'll fight. With every single goal, we reach for the light. We want the cup, we'll never back down. Lightning in our hearts, we're Tampa Bay bound. The ice is alive with the roar of the fans, a tapestry woven with passionate hands.
Welcome to the Thunder. We need a car crash sound of that because the Lightning got themselves an ass kicking tonight. What was the final score? 6-2?
Yeah.
6-2. Not what I was expecting. And if you joined us for intermission, we kind of went through the motions of what a lot of people are out there saying on X and Facebook and everything else. The Lightning look a little soft. Schooley,
A little.
what the hell?
They looked horrible. There was, if you're on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, there was a post from the Lightning that said the boys are here, and my reply was, are you sure? Because they're not on the ice. Because this team that was just there is not the team that clinched home ice. We had the story coming into this series, Vasi saying he thinks he's playing the best hockey, and I don't blame any of that on him. That was the team in front of him. This team was horrible. No forecheck in, no finishing the checks, no blocking in front of him, no screening of Bob, no anything. This team totally looked flat from the beginning. Let Florida take control early. We get the momentum off of that, gets a goal, and then from that, I know you blame a lot on Coop, and I think Coop did. It totally turned the table when Coop did that challenge that there was no reason to challenge, and then he
had his reasons.
Yeah, and then they score. What was it? 13 seconds into it, or 13 seconds later on that power play.
Fastest 2 goals in the history of the Florida Panthers. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm speechless, and it's just not good. It's not Lightning hockey what we saw tonight, and it's just so disappointing after having this long 4-day wait to get to this game. You think these guys will be ready to go?
Longest wait of any series having to start, which still I don't know why the NHL did that. Someone had questioned it, and I said it was to help the Panthers get healthy. Well,
if it was, it worked.
Yeah, if that's the case, they did a good job. You know, we have Sorelli. We're not sure of his status coming into game 2. In the last intermission, I talked about we needed some kind of momentum. We weren't going to win that game, but we needed some kind of momentum to build on for game 2. And we ended up having 2 power plays and looked flat on both of them. Didn't score. You cannot have such a bad game and so flat that then on the next game, I mean, you can't just block this out of your mind and say, okay, next game, we got it.
Yeah, 16 shots for Florida and 6 goals. So I'm with you. I don't think it's tough to blame the goalie for some of these goals for sure. But 6 goals on 16 shots is
100% on the power play.
3
for 3 on the power play.
Lightning only had that first period goal. Couldn't like you just said, couldn't do it in the third period. Couldn't even muster up another
1 for 3.
goal.
So nobody can say this wasn't ref right. Both teams had 3 power plays. Nobody had the advantage on the power plays. Lightning didn't score.
All right, there's one stat that defines this whole game. I just saw it.
Hits.
48 hits to 28 hits.
Yeah.
And I've got the comment on the screen right now. You know I'm right. You can't complain. We've got a lot of your comments shown. You complained about that earlier. Soft is the accurate word.
Yep.
It's sad. I don't know how you have this long a wait.
By the
and
way,
you're just not
Minnesota
ready to
just
play.
scores on Vegas, taking a 1-0 lead on their series.
I don't care. I don't care.
Listen,
I don't care about that.
we got to look at these other teams because if they keep playing like this is going to be a short series.
Can I change my bracket?
Yeah, we got to know a second team to cheer for.
I mean, the only good thing about this game is it is only game 1.
Yep.
And last I checked, they still play a 7-game series. The first team to win 4 wins. 4's still a long way away. So they still have a chance to bounce back, but you cannot go down 0-2 into Florida.
No.
So it is as must-win of a game as the Lightning have had in the last 12 months.
You know, and I think if we go back and listen to previous years and playoff shows, we talk about how they've lost game 1. Sorry, somebody has some good bass.
I don't know if you
going
guys
on.
can hear that, but
The Lightning have lost game 1 and come on to finish and win the series.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure sometime over the next 2 days we're going to see that stat come out. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know the exact stat of how many times we've lost the game 1 and end up winning the series. We've done it before. I know we did it both Stanley Cup years.
Yeah.
And the recent ones, we're going to have to do it again to even make it out of this round. But it's not ideal what you want to do, especially when you play a game like that.
and we've lost games like this in the past in the playoffs, bad games. Not during the Stanley Cup runs.
No.
But we've lost games badly in the playoffs and won those series. So
The only good thing is that when we have played like this, usually the second game's lights out. And they always give us hope. The only time I can remember that they played 4 shitty games in a row is the same goaltender. And that was when Bobrovsky was Columbus and swept us. But we tend to, game 2, tend to tighten things up and come out. And then it always seems like game 3, they forget how they won game 2.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, my believe meter definitely went down a notch tonight because I'm still trying to figure out if this team can win or even make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. And today, that notch went backwards for sure. But they can redeem themselves. Come out Thursday, win that game, and you got to win it in convincing fashion too. I think you gotta it doesn't have to be 6-2, but maybe like a 4-1 type of win. They've got to bounce back, and usually when you see Lightning in spots like this, they do. So hopefully that's what we see.
And this is where Hedman, as the new captain this year, needs to stand up in that locker room and be like, we need to switch this around. This is where veterans like McDonough is going to come in hand.
Yeah.
This is where someone like Yanni, who's played for this team, has won 2 cups with this team, is going to come in hand. These are things that you need to listen in the locker room, and you need to make sure you have those voices in the locker room that are going to get this team going for game 2.
We are at Top Shelf. There are people here. Not too many happy people. I said to you as they were going to the last commercial break, did he just say it's a happy night in downtown Tampa? No.
For the Panthers, it is.
Yeah.
For Panther fans.
It is not happy here. We had fans joining us throughout the whole third period here at Top Shelf downtown. And that is not what we wanted to see tonight.
We saw when it was 6-2, they showed a picture of the stands, and Emily had cleared out. I
don't think you can really blame him.
No.
I don't think you can blame him. That was as bad of a playoff game as we have ever had. In the last couple of years, we've been losing these playoff games at home, but we've been losing in overtime.
Yep.
We haven't been getting our asses kicked physically and on the scoreboard. So, I do think that Cooper challenge was the turning point in this game because it was an immediate 2-goal swing. I don't know what they saw in it. If you were watching on TV, they interviewed him not long afterwards. And, well, what did he say? What exactly did he say?
There was reasons.
There was reasons. He challenged it. What does that mean? It didn't, it took them longer to call or go back and review that goal that went off the crossbar in the third period that didn't count.
Goal, yeah.
It didn't go in. It took them longer to review that than the challenge by Cooper. So Cooper's got to figure it out. I'm not impressed with him right now. And that was and it's the team too. The team's got to play way better. But when your coach makes a decision like that, that was like
His
I said, turning point.
His post-game news conference, I'm sure there's going to be some questions about that.
Yeah, make sure you are following Jay Retcher so you get those videos when he puts them out later tonight because they're probably doing that right about now. And it's probably going to be a quick one.
Yeah. There's
By the way,
nothing coming out of it yet.
Dear Lightning, when we've been in the press box, this team has never lost. They got our email. Yeah. Well, I know they got our phone numbers. So, if you want to give us a call, we'll be there Thursday. But undefeated in the press box.
Yeah,
I don't know if we'll help either, but just throwing that out there.
They need to really deep down dig in there, find themselves, and get all this cobwebs out and get on game 2. Who's got a good comment here?
You know I'm right. Says just like your new theme song, Shooter Soft. Hey, I like that song by Mark. We'll switch it up. I meant to change it to one of Mark's other songs. He has a whole Lightning playlist of songs.
Someone claims it's all AI generated.
It might be AI generated. It might be.
That's what I'm hearing.
And I'm here for it. On to game 2, says Christopher Cole. Panthers only had 16 shots. Yes, they did. Basically, you're saying it's over, Shooter. No, I'm not saying that. I think we come back and win the next game. Hopefully, we fire JBB this offseason. I don't know if this is JBB's fault. This team should be better than the Panthers. I think we are better than the Panthers. You didn't show it tonight. It's a 7-game series, though.
Well, 6 games now.
Now it's 6, but overall it's a 7-game.
Got to win 4 out of 6 now.
Yeah, load up your comments now because we're going to get out of here soon. There's really not much else to talk about. You guys are all saying it here in the chat. Kyle says, no big hits, no finishing checks, not physical enough. Everybody knows the problem tonight.
Right.
Everybody knows the problem.
Yeah, I'm hoping they see the same stats we do. And we know from when we have been in the press box that first thing Coop gets is that stat sheet. So he's going to see those stats, and I hope. Oh, Minnesota just scored another goal. 2-0 up on Vegas now. A 3-0 up on Vegas. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
And still in the first.
So guess what? Vegas is getting the
worse than
same
us.
thing happening to them. I don't know if that makes anyone feel better. But, yeah, Vegas is getting their ass whooped. I haven't been really looking to see if they look as bad as we did all freaking night.
Well, this is first period, and it's 3-0. So they're looking bad. Oh, no, they're actually – we're trying to hit people. Oh,
they're trying harder than us. All right, well, I think that's it, guys. We will do a longer post-game show for tomorrow night's game.
A few more minutes. Look at the traffic.
How's there traffic? Half the arena left half an hour ago.
These are the Panther fans going back to their hotels.
All right, so load us up with some comments because we'll hang out for another 10 minutes. But I don't have anything else to say. I'm speechless. I'm disappointed. It's kind of like if you had a dog that you rescued and you raised it, and then it just bites your freaking face off. That's kind of how I feel right now.
Still nothing coming out of. So I'm wondering if maybe the Lightning haven't opened their doors yet.
Ooh, they might not have. Yeah, because they would at least be doing the players by now.
Right. And there's
you'd
nothing.
See some pictures or something.
There's nothing being out there, and we've had to stand out there for
media, right?
an extended period of time where.
But they were celebrating milestones when we went.
Right. So this could be a not so nice talk in that locker room that no press is. I mean, even Jay Retcher, his rapid reaction, Tampa Bay Lightning get blown out in game 1.
They did. I'm right. The good news is we held them to 16 shots on goal. The bad news is 6 of them went in. Raymond says, to even question firing JBB is wild. I agree with that. He brought in the best free agent last offseason.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about,
And he scored a goal tonight.
Bjorkstrand, out for the first series no matter what. There wasn't even a talk possible he'd come back game 6 or 7.
No,
and
he's hurt.
So this is what I'm thinking back to.
He wouldn't have helped.
No, but to a Braden Point or to a Steven Stamkos type where they already wrote him out for all of the first series. So is he done for the season?
He could be.
They're just not saying anything.
We won't find out till afterwards. I'm right says JBB created this team to not be physical and now is killing us. I won't disagree with that. This team definitely has gotten smaller, less physical, and less aggressive as he's gone on and built it some more. Let's see. We got Michael here. Panthers playing smart, playing the deflection in front of Vasi. I called that last night on a couple different shows. The deflections are coming. I did expect Florida to take way more shots than 16 shots, but they didn't need to. They didn't even need to shoot at all in the third period.
So it's weird. The Florida Panthers had tweeted out a tweet that says the Rats have landed in Tampa, and I go to pull on it, and they have deleted that. So I'm not sure what it had on it, but the Panthers have deleted that tweet now. So
here's a good question from Steven. What team would you like to see win the Cup besides the Bolts? If we get eliminated, who are you rooting for?
The Kings.
Oh, okay.
I actually picked them in one of my brackets to play the Lightning in the Stanley Cup final and to lose to the Lightning.
I saw a couple brackets with the same thing.
There's a couple that I think could be surprises. Me and you were both talking about it earlier. We thought Ottawa would be able to beat Toronto. And I thought for sure it was good. They went in overtime when Toronto went in tonight, but I thought, they would have probably had a 2-0 lead, or a 1-1 split going into Game 3. But yeah, the Kings I thought was one of my dark horses. I don't think Colorado makes it. I don't think Vegas makes it. Vegas is definitely. I picked Minnesota, I think, in a couple of brackets to beat Vegas, because I just
Really,
I
I
think
have Vegas playing the Lightning.
I saw that
in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I saw that in a
it's
lot
not looking
of
good tonight.
a lot of the picks from different writers and stuff, that those two were the matchup. But I just think Vegas is not that. Someone compared them to the Lightning, that they're underrated team. I just don't think they've had it this year. I think
Vegas is good.
I still think their goalies are still up in the air.
Yeah, that is a problem. I would honestly like to see a team like Winnipeg win it. I know it's Canadian, but let's just get that over with. Eventually, the Canadian
As long as
team's
it's not Toronto
gonna win.
or Montreal.
Let it be Winnipeg of all places. I would probably cheer for them to win, even though I have them not making the finals. So, good question, man. Let's see here. All right, we're just fighting about JBB in the chat now. Yeah, that's the fun part about sports. There's going to be a bunch of people that don't think JBB's done a good job, and a bunch of people that do, and I think you both have pretty good points on both sides. But
here's something I'll point out, and we talked about this at lunch today. Me and some of the Thunderbolts admins.
Meeting of the minds.
And Adrian.
And Adrian.
The Islanders fired Lou Lamoriello today, and who's been there 9 years, but yet Steve Yzerman has not been fired yet.
It's a long-term plan up in Detroit.
If Yzerman has not been fired in Detroit, JBB's not going to be fired in Tampa.
Yeah,
and
when you win 2 cups, you buy yourself some years.
Yeah, I think Detroit thinks they might owe Yzerman a little bit something, but I think that little bit of owing is over with. The fans want him gone.
If they don't win next year, or make the playoffs next year,
right?
He's got to be gone.
Yeah,
got to be.
So for those people and everybody knows I am not a JBB fan since a certain captain did not resign here.
I'm pretty sure JBB's sought after in the whole NHL, though, in the grand scheme of all these GMs and everyone.
Whether you like his business decisions, he's a smart businessman. Now, whether he has some personal items that, he...
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Personal
Get the stash back over here.
Yeah, oh, God. That... he might be bitter with some players and not, or just some choices he decides to move on from players or stuff. That's his prerogative. But I don't think he's a bad GM.
I don't think he is either. I'm more worried about. I don't think he doesn't have a 5-year plan.
No.
And just ask yourself that question though. If you were a GM in the NHL, would you have a 5-year plan? Because you better not, because you ain't going to last that long. So I think that's what he's thinking. He's not going to keep his job forever, so he might as well just freaking go for it.
And he said that at the trade deadline. He said, I'm playing to win this now.
Yeah.
This team is getting old.
In 5 years, I don't think he's going to be here.
No.
And it might be because he left, because he's left us with not much, especially with Isaac Howard maybe not coming here. So, yeah, there you go. Jason Comstock and the house probably fired up for the Washington Capitals. Would you cheer for Washington for Ovi to win? What if Ovi retired?
No.
After he won? What if he said it? He's
No.
like, you know what? After this next game,
No.
I was thinking, if we win, I'm going out on top.
No, because
I'm done.
He's going to lose, and then next year he's going to lose again and still go out one-time Stanley Cup champion.
I don't know. I used to think the Lightning could win the Stanley Cup this morning. No, I'm not done believing. It's one game. You guys always overreact. It's one freaking game. Everyone's going to be talking tomorrow and tonight. The comments, I'm going to start saving some of them. I'm going to do some screenshots tonight. This group Thunderbolts is the worst. The admins, they got to clean up their act there. So quit going to lunch together. But it's going to be everywhere. But I think we're all at least on the same page as we know the problem.
Right.
We know the problem here. Are we going to come out and fix the problem? And
Do
we're going
the
to find out
Lightning know the
very
problem?
soon. We're going to find out very quickly on Thursday because we'll know in the first 5 minutes. Are you going to fix the problem? We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if they can really go toe-to-toe with the Panthers. But that's what we're going to find out.
Here's a stat. 1-7 in our last home playoff games. That was something
That's
we
why-
talked about
yeah.
last intermission, was that you're tired.
I was crying all intermission that I'm tired of coming down here and watching this team lose. Luckily, I did not go to the game today, but we will be there Thursday, and we will be back here at Top Shelf Thursday after the game. Remember, it's a 6:30 start time, so half the first period, the seats are still going to be empty, so we're going to get roasted on X for that, I'm sure, by all the Canadians.
Here's something I want. Should I say who it is? Anyway, a tweet was sent out by Jay Retcher. PSA, please don't look at the number of hits and act like that is the end-all be-all when it comes to a team playing physical. If you have a bunch of hits, it probably means you don't have the puck at all that much.
Okay.
But you're right. They didn't have the puck all that much.
They didn't need it.
Right. When they did have the puck, they made it count. And
6 goals and 16 shots.
right. When you have that many hits, then you got it off of them. Still, nothing coming out of the locker room for...
Can they do? They have to do media, right? They can't just say no. we're
yeah,
not doing
no,
it.
they would do that.
That's scary. Should we text Jay and see what's going on?
Let's see what he's... oh, here we go. Not
You know I'm right. It's gaslighting now. Shooter's giving up on the team.
Victor Hedman apparently is just a presser.
All right, you listen to what Victor Hedman has to say. I don't know what else to say. Give me some good comments.
Can't even hear what Hetty's saying. Needs to.
All right. Well,
speak
should we
longer.
just get out of here then?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's hope we're going to be in the building on Thursday. If you come to the game Thursday, after the game, join us down here at Top Shelf Sports Lounge in downtown.
If I have time, we can actually play. We're not doing it right now, but we can actually play the whole audio here in this restaurant. So we might do that Thursday. It depends. Don't forget 6:30 game. Give us 20 to 30 minutes after the game because we got to get here. By the way, Top Shelf has specials all day on game days. You can come here and watch the game if you don't have tickets, and we'll see you afterwards.
Ryan McDonough, it's definitely a salty feeling in here. We didn't have a great start to the series like we talked about. But like I said, it's a series here. We know we can be better, and we've got another level, and we'll find a way to get to that.
It's not a lot of these guys' first rodeo. It is some of these guys' first rodeo, though.
One of our buddies, Evan Klosky, who's been on the podcast a couple times, well, Bolts can abandon the game plan and start seeing setting the tone for game 2. This was a pathetic second period. No way to be nice about it. Just a reminder, a couple of years ago, the Lightning beat Toronto game 1-7 beat Toronto
In seven.
game 1 7-3. Baltimore beat 6 games that series. Huge wake up
Oh,
call.
2 years ago. Yeah.
There was something else that just came out. Something about Vassy.
By the way, Top Shelf is in the first floor of the Truist building with the lightning bolt on top. So you know where to go.
Andre Vasilevsky over his last 24 career Stanley Cup playoff games following stopping only 10 of 16 shots faced in tonight's 6-2. His record is 9 wins and 15 losses. Goals against average 3.24, save percentage .893, 0 shutouts.
Not great,
No,
but I don't think it's all him.
no.
All right. Let's end it with Raymond's comment here. Time to cry in my pillow. Good night. Hey, at least you're not still downtown. Yeah, very disappointed. Any last comments from you, Thomas?
No, just pretend this didn't happen.
Yeah. I have a message for Lightning. Get your shit together. Get your shit together, boy. All right. We will be back.
Season starts Thursday. Postseason starts Thursday.
Yeah, let's wait another 2 days, right? 4 days wasn't long enough. We need an extra 2 days to start. All right, let's do it again on Thursday. Again, give us 20, 30 minutes after the game. We'll do a longer show and maybe open up the phone lines if anyone will have the balls to call this show. All right, until then, this has been We the Thunder. Don't forget to be the Thunder.
That's it?